Hi, and welcome back. I'm so glad you're back with me this week. Okay, I am selfishly so excited to have our guest today because I'm a huge fan of hers. Marie Diamond is a world renowned Feng Shui master. I hope I said that correctly. Transformational speaker and bestselling author featured in The Secret. You totally know her. She stars in the reality show Feng Shui Your Life, where she helps individuals create success, health, and love by transforming their homes and environments. This stuff works, you guys. With expertise in the law of attraction, energy shifting, and meditation, Marie has guided celebrities, executives, and global leaders, this girl right here, to manifest their goals. Her new book, Your Home is a Vision Board, Harnessing the Secret Manifesting Power of Your Home, is out now. Marie, I'm so excited to have you here today.
Thank you so much, Heather. I'm super happy to be with you and all your listeners and viewers.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So for so many people, maybe someone here lives under a rock and they never saw The Secret, right? And I know some people actually just haven't tapped into, the idea of manifesting. Can you tell us a little bit about the work that you do from a high level for the people who might not know you?
Yes, of course. So, for people that don't know me, I'm originally from Belgium, but I live in the United States. And so, since a childhood on, I was very focused on how to manifest a better life. And I started meditating very early on, like at 7 years old already. I had my first meditation practice. And I started making vision boards at a year of 9 and I would start drawing and visualizing because I was not living in a happy place. So I try to really find ways to manifest what people do now. I started quite on myself quite early. And it's only really when I was 15 that something major shifted. So I had a near-death experience. I was run over by a truck, declared dead. And when I was on the other side, I was given the message that I had to go back to enlighten more than 500 million people. I had no idea what that meant. When I woke up, it was like, okay, probably about making a difference in life or something, right? So I started working in the community and for the church, like really contributing to, humanity and whatever small way I could do. And that's actually when I started connecting with the word Feng Shui. My spiritual master, I already had met at that time. I asked him, what did I do wrong to attract all this bad luck? And he said, oh, Marie, you have bad Feng Shui. And I'm like, what's that? You have to think back. I'm born in Belgium, a Catholic family, no idea of any Chinese culture at that point. And so he told me that I had to move into another place, another bedroom, and change the colors. What I did. And my life just turned around. I mean, literally from being lonely, bullied at school, having a very hard time with my health, I started really improving everything and had my first love, like all these great changes happened. And so I was like, oh, there's something to that environment. And I started creating literally images around me. Like I was painting love life. I was painting friends. I was like creating what I call your home is a vision board, like 3-dimensionally, not just writing down what I wanted, but like creating a space of what I wanted to manifest. And, moving forward with that, I became first a lawyer and I started teaching, meditation when I was about 30 years old, to my clients that I had as a lawyer. And so that's when I started really practicing more intensely Feng Shui. I went to Malaysia, got accepted by a grandmaster as a student. And so I started implementing that to all my high-end clients. I already had a lot of politicians, captains of industry that were working with me already at that time as a coach, a life coach in a way. And so I started adding that to that. And they started having all these amazing results, like results beyond what I've ever experience, and I started teaching then also Feng Shui. And by practicing that, I became very clear I had to leave Belgium. Sorry, just there's like something in my eye. Okay. So I've understood I had to leave Belgium because Belgium was just too small, only 10 million people. And this is before internet. So I moved to the United States. And that is where I really, really got into I have to create my office really as a three-dimensional vision board. So I made my vision board. I put it in my success direction. We'll come back on that. I put a fake Oscar statue out with my name on it, Marie Diamond. I put on my vision board a little post-it note. I'm going to be in a movie seen by millions of people that will transform the world. And before I knew it, the first thing that happened is I started attracting, transformational authors like Jack Canfield, Bob Proctor, Marianne Williamson, John Gray, that all felt they were like stuck in their expansion of their business, of their impact. And I became their mentor, and I started working with them on spiritual level, energetic level, and adding Feng Shui to the whole basket of tools I had. And so, before I knew it, I was accepted by the Transformation Leadership Council, who is a mastermind group organized by Jack Canfield. And that's where the film The Secret was filmed. And that actually was my first ever interview I've done in front of camera. So I was never interviewed before. And so I was, in magazines here and there, but never like interviewed on camera about my work. And yeah, The Secret went on to become a movie that has impacted more than 500 million people. And so I was the only European part of it, a total unknown, because all the other people were very known. I was a total unknown, but I got, following the flow, I got into it. And then also having this Oscar out, I started having Oscar-winning clients, one after another. And they just found me. They're just like mouth of word, just moving forward into that flow. And of course, part of that is also I became one of the teachers in Mind Valley. And that was also on my vision board, by the way. And I put a picture of Vision and me on my vision board and wrote down on it, I'm ready to be a teacher and speaker for Mind Valley. And so last year, I was actually elected the #1 speaker for the Mind Valley platform. So yeah, it's like just using my tools has changed my life, but also has changed more than 2 million online students.
Oh my God. It's such an amazing story. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. For people who are saying, that's just not true. That's her life. And that's, she lucked out or she attracted that and good for her, but it can't be for me. What can you share with people? They just don't believe that that's even possible because there are people like that.
Yeah, so one of the things I want to suggest and to understand is that something my grandmaster in Feng Shui, and Feng Shui is an energy system that we can compare like with acupuncture, right? But acupuncture is on the body, right? And you activate certain spots on the body so your energy and your health is improving. Feng Shui is using the same system as energy systems of putting activations in your home, colors, images, the way you position yourself to tap into the flow, to tap into the energy field. So it is a quantum physics experience of the environment. But my grandmaster really made it very clear from the first time I met him. He said there are 3 parts to manifestation. The first part, he said, is our spiritual aspect. That is when we are born already, we are receiving already some talents when you're born. Like you have like a spiritual package, your name, your identity, where you're born, who you're born in with, the culture, but also your talents and some challenges sometimes in the beginning. We would call that the destiny or karma. But he said also your connection with God and how you express your connection through prayer, through rituals, through meditation is part of your manifestation. Yeah, that's the part you can address daily. But are you able to change your spiritual luck? Sometimes yes, like if you're born somewhere, like I was born in Belgium and decide to live in the United States, well, I changed my luck there, right? If I would have stayed in Belgium, probably I would never have been able to use my talents in such a big way. Yeah, still I would have been successful, but smaller. The second part is what we call the human part. And that is what the self-help is really focusing on. So that's actually using your mindset, using your behavior, your actions. So the thing we can really impact from our own human self. Yeah. So if we think positive, if we feel better about ourselves, if we take actions daily, I mean, it requires a lot of discipline. Yeah. But to be honest, for some people, they feel like they're hitting a ceiling with doing that. Yeah. Because, or they don't have the discipline, or they don't have the right frequencies in their mindset or in their behavior. And so a lot of people say, well, manifestation is not working for me because, or they're focusing on the first part or the second part or both parts, but they're missing out on one last big part, and that's your environment. And your environment is the location where you are, but also how does your location look like? And that is what in the Chinese tradition, for thousands of years, they knew that was as important as your mindset, as your connection with God. So each part is divided in like 1/3 of your good luck. So that is, for example, what Vishnalakyani experienced himself. When I met him, I explained that last part, and he was like quite reluctant towards it. He was like, yeah, how can changing my desk can make me more successful? It's kind of strange in a way, right? And so at that time, and he expressed it himself, he was about $700,000 in debt. And he was like, we're going to close Mind Valley, right? And so he reminded him of the little app I had at that time that explained how he had to change his desk direction towards his success energy. And so he did that. And the next month, he made $800,000. So they had like $100,000 left. And from that moment on, it stayed growing. And now they're a multi-million-dollar brand. And he was not like, oh, I'm not sure if that really works, if that's just coincidence. So he, at that time, his wife at that moment, she was also struggling with her company. So he did the same thing. He changed just the direction of the desk of his then wife. And so same thing happened. They just went up with so much percentage. And they were like, he said, wow, there's something to this. And that's how I ended up having the course of Feng Shui for Life on Mind Valley. But since then, of course, anything that Mind Valley does, any place that vision stays, it's always Feng Shui by me.
Wow, that is an incredible story. So Feng Shui can have an impact that quickly. You've seen it almost immediate results.
Yeah, it is literally because you are in the flow of the energy field. We see the change within 9 days. Yeah. So within 9 days, something positive starts happening. Or within 9 weeks. It's like 9 days to 9 weeks, depending how much clutter there was. So if people have a lot of clutter around them, that will stop the flow of energy. So one of the things I always say to people, okay, I can direct you in the right direction, but you need to clean up. You need to organize the energy around you. And so the more you activate, the faster it goes. But I've seen people overnight getting promotions, getting job offers, checks in the mail. And you see it in one of my shows, the first episode of my Feng Shui Your Life TV show, where this lady who has been really struggling, single mom, 4 children, financially, that literally within a week, she got a check for $4,000 out of the blue, a tax rebate. She got a promotion. She got paid better within a month. So what happens is that most people have done already a lot of inner work. Yeah. And so they have already improved all this mindset and their behavior, and they have taken actions. But if your home is telling a different story than you, if your home as a vision board is giving you wrong messages, now who will win? I always say, well, the home will win because it's stronger, it's bigger, and it's the images and what you have placed there is non-stop happening. Yeah. While if you think about some positive energy or do affirmation, do it 5 minutes, 10 minutes, a half hour, I don't know how long, but it's only a fraction of a time. But if your home is aligned with what you think and feel and want to do in life, what is your purpose, then it's like the first place of manifestation is where you live and sleep and work, and not the outside world. So the outside world won't react if your home is not aligning itself with you.
Your business gets to a certain size and the cracks start to emerge. Things you used to do in a day are taking a week. You have too many manual processes. You don't have one source of truth. If this is you, you should know these three numbers: 37,000, 25, 1. 37,000. That's the number of businesses which have upgraded to NetSuite by Oracle. NetSuite is the #1 cloud financial system, streamlining accounting, financial management, inventory, HR, and more, all for you. 25. NetSuite turns 25 this year. That's 25 years of helping businesses do more with less, close their books in days, not weeks, and drive down costs. 25 years. One, because your business is one of a kind. So you get a customized solution for all of your KPIs, key performance indicators, in one efficient system with one source of truth. Manage risk, get reliable forecasts, and improve your margins. There is so much power in having all the information that you need in one place. Imagine how much more efficient you can be, how much faster you can move, and to do it with so much confidence. It's unprecedented. And the unprecedented offer that NetSuite is providing you today is going to make this possible. Right now, download NetSuite's popular KPI checklist designed to give you consistently excellent performance, absolutely free, at netsuite.com/Monahan. That's netsuite.com/Monahan to get your KPI checklist now. netsuite.com/Monahan. This is so, I mean, first of all, I've taken your courses, I've read your books, and I'm even getting more information right now that is so helpful. You're making it so obvious and apparent. So thank you so much. And to your point, you could have this great spiritual practice, you could do all the inner work, but if you're just missing this one piece, which I certainly have been, and I'm sure so many of our listeners are, making that adjustment in 9 days, seeing results, please, guys, listen, you need this book. Give yourself the opportunity to impact your life in a positive way. What are some of the things that listeners can do today, now, to start changing things for the better in their home and in their life?
Well, the first thing, I want you to become aware of your home, right? I want you to walk through your home like you would be God. You would be like the universe, or you would be like somebody visiting your house. Like, what do they see? Like, let's say you want to have romance, but everywhere where you go are images of single women or single men. You actually have given yourself the subconscious program, because it's all subconscious level, of okay, it's all right to be single, right? Like, I was talking to somebody also on a podcast, and she was like, oh my God, I have just hanged above my headboard an image of a nude woman because I thought it would be sexy. And she said, I said, yeah, but you've been telling yourself it's okay to be by myself. Yeah. And I just will love myself. Yeah. So just think about that. So I want you to be aware and walk around and make notes of where's there clutter. Okay. Make a deal with yourself. I'm going to release that clutter. I'm going to organize this area, this area. First of all, check out always your bedroom, because your bedroom is where your energy starts every morning. Yeah. So if that space is cluttered, if that space is in chaos, and if you want romance, but there's only one pillow and there's just like nothing shows romance, then don't be surprised in the morning when you wake up, that's a program you're receiving and that you start your day with. Yeah. So go to your workspace and like, how is my desk looking like? Even if it's your dining room you're using, make sure there's no plates, no cutlery from breakfast around. Just organize yourself better so that your mindset will be ready and focused. Yeah. And so I just want you to walk around your house and make some notes. That's the first step I would like you to do. And definitely the second step is let go of clutter. Let go of things that you're holding back on. If you open in the morning your closet and everything falls on you, oh, it's quite overwhelming. So don't be surprised the rest of your day will feel overwhelming too. Yeah. So everything is something that you have to be aware of is part of your alignment or misalignment with the universal energy.
Well, you just reminded me when a couple of years ago I sold my condo in South Beach, and I had had over 20 years, a lot of stuff had built up. And I hadn't really noticed it because, to your point, it was in closets or whatever, but it wasn't really present in my mind that I had let a lot of stuff build up. Well, I purged that entire condo when I moved. And wouldn't you know, when I moved, the most miraculous things started. I landed a spot on the Dr. Phil show. Like, crazy things started coming out of, they found, like, it was so bizarre, Marie. But now that you're explaining this, I have to think that probably getting rid of all that clutter helped allow these miracles to start showing up.
Yeah, because you're creating space. Yeah. So I always say the universe, I call it the universal FedEx airplane, is ready to land you all these opportunities. But there's just no space to land them because everything is full with your past. Yeah. So how can you land opportunities and possibilities for the future if there's not a letting go of the past? And you can do that emotionally for sure, but also physically we can start doing that because that's sometimes the easiest to do. And then from doing that, you will also release some of the emotions and experiences from the past. So you created space for all these wonderful things to happen in your life.
Yeah, now that you're talking about closet, though, now that I've been here 2 years and I'm just thinking what you're saying, I need to go declutter my closet again. Why not give myself that clearing again? It's something that you should continually do.
Yeah, I always say to people every 6 months, we go through everything, also with the family. We go to the closets and we have a specific system that I'm using that works very, very well. I call it the 5 bag system. So we put 5 bags out. One bag is what you want to keep. The second bag is what is broken, what is not working anymore. That's trash. Third bag is, oh, I want to give that to family and friends. I have post-it notes with me and I make her a picture and I send it. Hey, this is a dress. Doesn't longer is something I want. You would love that. I know you like that dress. So just immediately start sending this information. And then if they don't say yes to that within a week, you will put it for sure in the fourth bag. That's a goodwill bag. Yeah, so giving it back to charity. And the fifth bag is perhaps to sell things like the vintage apps right now, eBay. I mean, it's so much easier to put things in thrift stores right now, online, in person. So perhaps you can still make some money from your decluttering. So by doing that, you will see you will be very fast release 20 to 30% of the things that are in that closet because you use that system. And thousands of my students have done that system and they really feel it's so easy. Sometimes it's hard if you have to do it by yourself because you're like, oh, I got this from my aunt. Oh, this is from that part of my life. So get yourself a declutter buddy if you want to, or stay very disciplined and ask yourself, will I use that in the next year? Yeah, because it's possible that, it brings you joy, but will you use it? I'm very practical, right? And if you really feel it's something that you want to keep because it gives you a great memory, create what I call a treasure box. Yeah. So both me, my husband, my kids, they have a treasure box. Yeah. So we put things in there over the years, like there's like a part of, when they were toddlers or children or, certain times of their life, they were lived in a certain place. Like, oh, I want to keep that picture from my friends. I want to keep that little gadget. So we have a treasure box and that you can keep, but don't make it like a treasure box as big as your home, right?
Yes, I love that idea. And now in my mind, I'm like, oh my gosh, today I want to get it. Because now that you realize that you could be blocking so many amazing things coming into your life, it's a very simple task for all of us to go ahead and execute on. So thank you for that. Okay, so for people listening that are saying, okay, my house is decluttered, but maybe I'm positioning things myself incorrectly. I'm working from home. How can people set themselves up better strategically to allow for more income the way that Vishen did?
Yeah. So the first thing is always to sit in what we call a power position. So, for example, what Vishen also had, he was sitting with his back to the door. So wherever you are working, you need to see, first of all, the main door of that home, of that space. So I'm sitting here. There's nobody here physically. You are here online and all the listeners, but I see the door. So if somebody comes in, I can spot without moving my head. I can see the people coming in. Then you're sitting in what we call a queen or king position. So the king or the queen would never sit with their back to the door. So if you sit with your back to the door, you're actually closing yourself off from all the possibilities that are there, and you're tapping more into the negative energy of fear. So because then your focus will be towards the back of your head, and that will be, you will think more about the past, you will think more about fear, you will not be focusing so much on solutions, but rather on problems. When you're able to see the people coming in, you're focusing on the front, that's the frontal cortex, and that is creative energy, that's optimistic. You will also think more about the future and about solutions. So just changing that around is already a first thing you can do. Avoid facing a wall, like literally putting your desk against a wall. You're literally hitting an energetic wall, a financial wall. It's like nobody can sit on the other side. How can you attract clients? Yeah. So I have a chair on the other side of my desk, symbolizing the energy of a client that is there. Yeah. My public is there. I can talk to them, right? So I would not sit against a window either, because you can say, well, I can see the view. I said, yeah, but people don't come through windows, and people that come through windows mostly don't have good intentions. Yeah. So, and then you're sitting again with your back to the door. So you position yourself, you can see the door and the window, if that's better. The second very important thing is that your directional energy and how you tap into your flow is connected with your birthday. And so in the book, Your Home is a Vision Board, also in the online course, we talk about that you can get your directions right. So you can download the free Mary Diamond app. You just put Mary Diamond into the Google or the App Store, and you can download the app. And the app will ask you to put in your birthday and your birth gender. And then you will get a calculation. It's not typical numerology. It's a more intense mathematical formula. And then you will get 4 directions that are good for you. Why are these directions important? Because this is where the wind comes from. So the chi, the energy flows into your life from 4 good directions. There's one for success and money. There's one for health and well-being, one for relationship, and one for your inspiration and your wisdom. So if people want to activate success, career, money, then they will need to download the app, and they will get their own compass. And so they will hold the compass, the diamond compass, in the center of their space, and then they have to look what is in their success direction. So right now in my success direction, you can't see it because it's behind me, I have there my awards. Yeah, I have there my books. I have there symbols of success. Yeah, for example, I have a little golden crown. Not that I can put on my head, but just as a symbol, I am very successful. So whatever works with you personally, that you feel that could be great. It could be books from other people. It could be magazines you want to be in. I just was with one of my high-end clients that he had put Forbes magazine in his success direction for a couple of years, and he just got asked to be on the cover of Forbes magazine. So he's like, Marie, it's working in my Forbes magazine. And I said, well, it's actually also working for me because I'm getting very soon an article in Forbes magazine. So it's just like you put things there and it activates your energy flow. So you have to think the energy comes in from a certain direction. I don't know what's yours. Heather, do you know your number?
I have the app downloaded, so now I need to go back to it and look.
Yeah, look at the app and you will see a number.
Okay. My energy number is a 7.
7. So your success direction is Northwest. Yeah. So Northwest stands for the advisor. So you love advising people. Yeah. And you love working globally. It's a very important. Travel is one of your major, I would say, favorite things in life, right? So, what you would hold, you hold your compass and see what is in my success direction. In your case, it could be awards, certificates, a logo of your podcast, anything that you feel could represent that for you, right? And then people also have a relationship direction. So in my relationship direction, who's like in that corner over there, I have images there with some of my high-end clients, have an image of Vision and me still. I have, for example, Mind Valley there because the whole Mind Valley community. I have a globe there because I have students in more than 190 countries. So how can I represent them? So you put things out there that represent what you want to manifest in life. If you have a vision board or a journal or a life book, put it in your success direction. Because even if you're not writing in it, it still keeps working with the right flow for you. So based on that, you activate your area. And if you can, that's not always possible, try to look when you're awake towards one of your good directions and seeing the door. So right now I'm facing my wisdom direction. I love doing that because I'm teaching right now. So wisdom is all about sharing your knowledge. Yeah. But for example, when I do work out, I love to face my health direction because then my chi, my energy is stronger when I face my health direction. But when I'm having like a conversation with my husband, I would love to face my relationship direction. And actually what I've done is my bed is pointed towards my health direction. I still see the door. It's not always possible, but we try as much as we can. And, we are 34 years together, so it definitely works.
So literally every aspect of your life, you should be seeing it through what the chi, how it's affected.
Yes, correct. Now, of course, your partner can have a different number and a different flow of chi. So, for example, my husband doesn't have an office anymore. He is retired. So the family room is really where he spends the most time. Yeah. So that's like where he makes his phone calls, where he's gathering, sitting watching television. Like that's like his place. So I made sure that place was activated for him. I focus on my office, and for my bedroom, we focus on both of us. Yeah. So I make sure there's a picture of him and me in his relationship direction. There's a picture of him and me in my relationship direction. That is different. Yeah. So you can always activate other people's numbers, and then you try to, combine things like above my headboard. We look for an image that we both like, yeah? So we both love birds, so I put out an image of lovebirds, yeah? So it's just, you play with that. It's being creative. But the first is the no-nos. Remove the no-nos, right? The decluttering, the single images, looking at your success direction like, oh, I have there the garbage can. I mean, what are you telling the universe? Everything goes into the garbage. I've had a very successful celebrity, and he had in his success direction in his new house, he had the helmet of, like a fake helmet, of course, of Darth Vader, yeah, from Star Wars. And I said to him, do you play in Star Wars? I mean, do you make music for Star Wars? I don't know. But he said, no, I love that. And I said, well, you're not Darth Vader. So let's put there, your a wall of fame, like all your golden records, platinum records. Let's make that, and all the, when you perform for major festivals, let's put pictures up there. Let's show what you want, put your Grammys there, right? All your awards, put them there. And so it totally shifted for him. Yeah. And so his career everybody thought his career was kind of down, and his career is now bigger than ever.
That's the sound of another sale on Shopify. And the moment another business dream becomes a reality, your reality. Shopify is a commerce platform revolutionizing millions of businesses worldwide, including mine. Whether you're selling your mastermind, your courses, whether you're selling your books, Shopify simplifies selling online and in person so you can focus on successfully growing your business and doing what you're great at, creating. Whether it's fashion, home and garden, health, beauty, Shopify covers it all. Shopify covers every sales channel, from an in-person POS system to an all-in-one e-commerce platform. It even lets you sell across social media marketplaces like TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Packed with industry-leading tools ready to ignite your growth, Shopify gives you complete control over your business and your brand without having to learn any new skills in design or code. And let me tell you, I have no idea about design or code. So thank you, Shopify, for making it so easy. And thanks to 24/7 help and an extensive business course library, Shopify is there to support your success every step of the way. What's incredible to me about Shopify is how no matter how big you want to grow, no matter how big you currently are or how small you are, Shopify is there to empower you with the confidence and control to revolutionize your business, take your business to that next level, constantly adding on new products, services, and ideas. Now it's your turn to get serious about selling and try Shopify now. This is Possibility, powered by Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial at shopify.com/Monahan, all lowercase, Monahan, all lowercase. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Monahan, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Monahan to take your business to the next level today. Join me, shopify.com/Monahan. You can thank me later. Incredible. I love to hear this.
Well, you have to just start thinking about what is it, what I are in my goals, what's my vision for my success, what's my vision for that, and then place things that your subconscious mind is getting nurtured by your environment.
So one of the things I remember very clearly during The Secret was you were working with this man who had pictures of a woman turned away, and he had painted them. And so you had him paint love, him being with a woman in romantic fashion. For people who don't paint, should we be writing about things? Should we be bringing pictures in? What's the best way to activate it?
So I would always suggest visuals, because most people are very visual focused, right? So in that case, that man could paint it himself, right? Not everybody is so talented. So make sure that you get a picture, but it could be even like getting an image of two hearts, for example. Literally, I made that with ChatGPT, right? So I just put in two pink hearts that are connecting, right? And you just came up with a picture. So, or somebody else said, I want two golden hearts. So I just went to ChatGPT and create two golden hearts, right? So it's just like you can put pictures of people but you never 100% know who is and how is that relationship. Yeah. So for example, somebody put an image up of Prince Charles and Lady Diana. I mean, this is many years ago before they divorced. And I said, I'm not sure if that's a good relationship. Perhaps not do that one, right? And ultimately, it was shown that this was not great. Yeah. So it's better to put images of people you don't know that are more like out of a magazine, or to work with the word love, or two hearts are always very strong, or images even of like two lovebirds. But be careful when you put animals out. Like I had somebody and they put two tigers out above their headboard, and I said, if you check out the love life of a tiger, they only come together to mate, and then they separate again. Yeah. She said, well, that's exactly how we're feeling each other, right? We come together to mate, and then we're separating again. So be careful about that. But also, do you want two tigers above your headboard, right? So think about your subconscious doesn't make a difference between the image and reality. Yeah. So literally, what is there? Your subconscious thinks it's real. So having there, like somebody was showing me an image they had above the headboard of a family of gorillas in the forest. I said, it's very nice, but I don't know if you want really that big gorillas hanging above you, would you like them in your bedroom? I don't think I will feel 100% safe and sleep well, right? So you have to start thinking everything that's around me is something that nurtures me or that is blocking me.
Wow, that is so powerful to think of. Okay, so tell me a little bit about colors and the importance of bringing colors into the home.
So colors are connected with the five elements. And so there are certain colors I would suggest that work for everyone quite well. And then there are some colors that work for people personally better. And so people that want to know their personal colors, they can literally go to the app and they will see when they look at the compass, there's a circle around the compass and it gives actually the direction. So like in my success direction, pinks are very strong, and you will see my relationship is whites, a lot of whites. So when you look at gold, so when you look then at the cover of my books, they're always using these two colors, yeah, because it's my success and my relationship energy. For others, that can be blues or reds or purples. It depends, your energy. But let's go to that is generally something you can use. First of all, bedrooms. I always try to avoid too many red, green, or blues in a bedroom. In a bedroom, you want to have earth tones. You want to be like going back into a cocoon. It's like the bedroom stands like for the womb of the earth. Like you want to go in and rest and feel safe. If you have too much red there, like red curtains, red carpet, it's too much fire and people don't sleep so well. Yeah, because it's too intense. I always say, if the fire would be around you, would you feel safe? That doesn't mean you cannot add small items of red to add a little bit of passion to your environment, but not overdoing it. Second one is blue. If people have a lot of blues in their bedroom, blue stands for water, they start attracting more depression, more mood swings, and more loneliness, because water is too overwhelming. And I always say you don't sleep well if you would be next to the ocean, right? Like literally on the border of the ocean, you can be drowning yourself. Yeah, and you don't even know it. So you can add some blue items, but not like a whole wallpaper in blue. The third one is green, but for some people it's quite surprising. But I always say green is a very good color to work in like a dining room or like where you want to be eating and nurturing. That's really good color. But at night, it tells you I'm in nature. Now, when you're in nature, again, you don't feel 100% safe. And people have a hard time when they are in relationship with green around them that they don't communicate so well. And I've seen so many times when they change the green, change the red and change the blue in like more earth tones like beiges, peach, orange, yellows, pinks, that they do so much better, both relationship-wise and health-wise.
Wow, that is shocking. And I'm so glad you're telling me all this again, because now I know today I need to go back to the app and see what my colors are, because I wasn't even thinking about that. So thank you so much for explaining that. So for people that are listening, and let's talk a little bit about the book. The book is really teaching everyone how to bring that vision to life within the home.
Yes. So the first thing we're teaching, I'm telling a little bit about my own story so people understand how you can practice it. The second part is I'm teaching them to go and do again their goals, but from a perspective of creating their vision board. And then I teach them how to make a vision board based on their birthday, because that same vision board that we're using on the birthday, then we're going to use that and expand into their bedroom, into their office, into their home. And then we're going a little bit deeper into your energy number. What are the best colors for you? What can you do to attract more success, money, health, relationship, and wisdom? And then we go even deeper into exact degrees that are even strong for you. Right? So there are certain degrees that in the compass that are even strong for you, or certain degrees we want to avoid. I'll give you an example. If people sleep due north, like on 0 degree north, they most of the time will have a harder to attract money or to keep money or to attract romance or to keep romance, because 0 degree north stands for a temple line. So you will see a lot of churches will be, or cathedrals will be placed on that due north energy, because it's really good for spiritual level. It's what we call, it's great for monks. But if people sleep on due north, but also due south, east, or west, literally with their bed or their front door is facing that direction or their desk is facing that direction, they literally start living as monks. And monks, that means no intimacy, and they also have a vow of poverty. Yeah. So people have a hard time to get money into their field. And I've seen this over and over. I do this for 30 years, and you can just slightly twist your desk or your bed and suddenly the energy starts flowing. Yeah. So I go much deeper into quite advanced techniques, but I bring you down I would say the diamond rabbit hole of Feng Shui to really, and there's a lot of information there that is not mentioned in any other books that I have done before or courses, even how time is influencing you, because it's not only about the space, but like, for example, this year in 2024, to have a fountain in the east will always create more cash flow for anyone in the house. But where does the fountain need to be in the next 10 years? So I tell them where the fountain has to be to keep the cash flow going for the next 10 years.
Oh my gosh. So I heard of the fountain and having running water from you. And so I got it, but I didn't even think about where I placed it until right now. And obviously that impacts everything.
It does. And it can also, if it's in the wrong place, can really make sure your money gets blocked because it's a water energy. So if you would put that right now in the south, your money will dry up. Yeah. So it's all about where to place the elements, and we go deeper into the elements theory, where to put metal, where to put earth energy, where to put your crystals, where to put, your candles. So to use all the elements that you have, because you don't need to start buying things. You have already quite a bit. The most time I will say to people, buy a fountain if you don't have one and place it right. And then take off images that are just not relating anymore with what you want to in life, and look for other images. But right now with AI, you can create your own images if you wish. You just put the prompts in and say like, oh, I want a mountain image, or I want an image of to this or to this, and ChatGPT and other can just create it. You print it out and you frame it and you're set.
It's incredible how simple these changes are. Give us an example, because I think for some people are thinking like, is this real? Can you give us another example of someone you've coached that has had massive results?
Yeah. So I just, for people that are into sports, so I have an NFL player. And so last year in the summer, he didn't have a contract. And so people thought like he was like, yeah, given up, like he was too old. And so he said, I really want to do another couple of seasons. I feel I'm so fit, but nobody was calling him. So I took all his symbols of success. He already won 2 Super Bowls. I put all the symbols and where he wanted, which teams he wanted to connect with, I put that in his success direction. So we create like a success wall of everything he had accomplished and everything he still wanted to accomplish. We put it there. We put the right colors for him. That was royal blue, because that's one of his colors. We put all these colors out. And so a week later, one of the teams he really wanted to be part of reached out and said, we would like to hire you. So he got his first season. He just did not get to the Super Bowl. He lost like the half final. And now he said like, okay, I really believe this. I'm setting up my whole apartment perfectly correct. Of course, I train him mentally to make sure he's always in a positive sense. Everything is perfectly in place because he was like, my God, it really worked. He tripled his contract. He just got at 33 years, what is huge and considered quite old for the NFL. He just messaged me. He was chosen player of the month. Yeah, because he is like, everyone is talking about how at his age, he's on the number 1 list of the most scores. So, and people are like, what is his juice, right? So, well, his juice is literally And it doesn't matter if they're spiritual or not. This works for everyone. Yeah. But it can be also somebody that just called me and said, Marie, it feels like everything goes wrong in my life. And I'm like, okay, I check their home. Of course, I do consulting then for them. And I said, well, you come into the house. The first thing I see is all images of water, like still water, like nothing is moving, right? And I come in, the first thing is all clutter. And I said, what is that telling you each time you open the door? That's what goes to your subconscious mind, like calmness, nothing is happening. I said, take these images out, put images of your family. She said, yeah, my family is never calling me. They're always, upset with me. I said, let's put happy pictures of your family up there when you come in. Let's set the sofas up because there was like one chair in that space. Let's set some sofas up so there's multiple people come in, declutter the area. And she's like, Marie, it's been miraculous. It's like suddenly they start calling me out of the blue, like, when can we visit? We haven't seen you for a while, right? And she's like, I thought it was me. I said, no, it's not always you. It's your home telling the wrong story and you accepting it. Yeah. And when you change, sometimes you cannot change what's in your mind, but if you change your home, your mind start adapting to the new program and then the universe reacts.
Oh, so you just brought up an interesting point, and I'm sure I'm not the only person. There are some things you can't change, meaning when you walk into my home, it's all glass sliders and you see the water, right? You can see the water from through the glass slider. So what can you do to rectify something like that I literally can't change?
Yeah. So when you come in and the flow goes right away out to the back, right, the wall, the window, and out into the water. So the first thing you always want to slow down the energy, right? So when you come in, put as you walk in a carpet that's like brown, beige, or orange, an earth energy to calm the energy down. And then what you would do is, even if you have glass there, put some beautiful plants in front of it, or put a sofa that kind of blocks that energy so that literally you're slowing down the energy. And you have like a coffee table there, put a beautiful orchid on it so your eyes don't go directly out. Yeah. So, or you come in and there's like a staircase, for example. Some people have that and say that where you want your energy, your focus to get away from the staircase because the energy goes up, or if it's a window, the energy goes out. So put something colorful at your entrance. Yeah. Or a plant. So something that your eyes naturally go towards. So it doesn't go out all the time. Because the way you have it right now is that money will come in, but money will go out as fast as possible. Yeah. So you need to slow down the energy.
Okay, we are doing that today. Marie, this is incredible. Your new book, Your Home is a Vision Board, is available now. Where can everybody get the book? They need to go get it now.
Well, it's on Amazon, of course, and in all good bookstores. It is available.
The work that you're doing is changing people's lives. I love the stories that you shared. I love the impact that you're having. And I'm so grateful for you being here today. Thank you for all the work that you're doing.
Thank you so much, Heather. And thank you for doing this wonderful work and sharing all these great people and their tools and wisdom with the world. Thank you for that too.
You're amazing. Okay, guys, get the book. Your Home is a Vision Board. Marie is one of a kind and she delivers. I'm disconnecting from you right now to go run around my house and fix everything. Until next week, keep creating your confidence. You know I will be.